This is a No Chase the Truth production.
I'm tired of you texting other females in your phone. How come anytime I get a chance to go through your phone, I see you texting somebody else?
Need him, I've been needing, got me singing like Aaliyah. It was good about a week ago, good about a week ago. Head down to my tippy toe, sunny, rainy, pink or snow. Get that understood, and she got that push, and she got that good. Pop that, yeah, that looking nice. Be my wife, spoke too soon, you can spend the night. Do you like your new room? I like when you please, got me like G's Louise. Then she get the teasing me, do that so easily. I don't wanna tell it, I can tell that you was jealous. Pissed, I can smell it, I can tell it. Blame it all on me. I was with her and
Welcome one, welcome all. Welcome back to the No Chase the Truth podcast. I am your host, Mars Jones, aka Mr. Say Less. You dig? And this is my truth. Alright, you guys. So this episode today is entitled Live and Let Live / I'ma smoke this blunt till I forget about you. You dig? We're gonna kick it off like this, you dig? So I'm gonna give you 9 ways to help you let go of a situation. This is an article I read online by Jared Akers. If anyone wants to go check that article out, feel free to. But I'm gonna just paraphrase it a little bit and put my little in there, you know? Yeah, let's kick this shit off though, alright? Alright, so number 1, say the serenity prayer. I'm not familiar with the serenity prayer, but paraphrasing what my man's wrote, it's basically a prayer about stress, reminding yourself to concentrate only on the things you can control. You know, you're praying for peace, I'm guessing. Things of that nature, you know. Keep it real light. That's number 1. Number 2, ask yourself how important it really is. See, now we going somewhere. I'm going to repeat that. Ask yourself how important it really is. Think about that for a second. I'm going to give you a second to think about it. How important is 2 seconds of being mad about a situation versus a lifetime of pain caused by you being mad about that situation? I'm going to stop right there because my brother just touched on that in his episode. So y'all go check out my boy Jerome Jacks. You got an episode out right now. You got a true special out right now called Men Don't Move with Emotion. Y'all go check it out. It's fire. Feel me? Let me get back to this real quick though. Like I said, 2, ask yourself how important it really is. I'm gonna write the J real quick and I'm gonna get into that. Now, we got a way of separating ourselves from others, you know. You feed into your fears and you run away from situations, you know, things of that nature. You got to separate yourself from others to prevent yourself from getting hurt sometimes. You know, self-sabotage, whatever you want to call it. But I guess it's a fight or flight type thing, you know. You're going to do the best thing in order to protect yourself in the end. But ask yourself how important it really is. Is this something that's really important to you? Is this something that's make or break? Something that you can't live without? Something that's a deal breaker? Like, is this really important to you? And then if it is, then do whatever it takes to keep that thing in your life. Whatever that is really important to you. Do whatever you can to keep it. Because if it's not important, you don't need it. That moves on. We're going to move on to number 3, you dig? Be understanding rather than understood. I like that. Once again, be understanding rather than understood. Step outside yourself. Put yourself in that other person's shoes. Try viewing the situation from their perspective. You might find out that you the fucked up individual. You never know. You know? No matter what the situation is, I always put myself in that person's in that person's shoes. I don't want to make you feel a way I wouldn't want to feel. And that's just the real. A lot of people gonna say that's cap. They're gonna be like, you know, most people out for themselves. They ain't worried about, feel me, your feelings. They only worry about their self-interest. And everybody got their own personal opinions, but I ain't gonna hurt nobody for the amusement of myself. That just ain't cool. Like, so be understanding rather than understood. Just know who you playing with in these streets. You dig? Number 4. Realize that most things that happen around you, not to you. Okay, we're going to go back and read that. We're going to go back and read that again. Realize that most things happen around you and not to you. Okay. You're getting somewhere with this shit. Realize that most things happen around you, not to you. Small things to a giant, like my boy says. Small things to a giant, man. You can only let it bother you if you're a little person. If your mentality is gonna let you just let that shit eat at you, then that's just what it is. You feel me? Realize that it's happening around you and not to you. It might not even be something that really affects your life right now. It might be happening to somebody else's life, and it's just bugging you so much. But you gotta think back to what we was just saying about putting yourself in that person's shoes. Think about how it might be bugging them, and they compartmentalize it, you know, don't show it. So why would you go out your way to highlight someone's flaws? Let's not do that as a society. Let's not highlight each other's flaws. Let's praise each other for the good things that we do, and lift each other up, you know? Brings me to number 5. Prayer and meditation. 2 things that I don't do enough. Pray and meditate. And that's true. A lot of people tell you they're going to pray for you, but how many times do they hit them knees and actually pray for you? So you don't even got to hit your knees to pray no more. You can pray standing up. You can pray in your car. You can pray with your eyes open. You can pray with your eyes closed. Feel me? It's just something that's necessary to get you through situations mentally. And meditation is one of them things I don't know much about, but I do know about isolation. So it's a form of meditation. But meditation is one of the things I want to tap in with. So if any of our listeners out there, you know anything about meditation, you know, slide in our DMs and let us know, you know. You know, we got to secure our mental as black individuals, not just black men, but black queens and kings, you know. All right. Gonna move on to number 6, y'all. Number 6 is stop being a victim. Straight to the point. Stop being a victim. Like, straight up. Stop being a little bitch. It's not cool, man. It's not gonna get you any more brownie points. It might get you temporary sympathy. But in a couple months, nobody gonna even remember that shit. It's just gonna remember that you was crying about some shit. And the other person wasn't crying about it. Yeah, just stop being a victim, man. It's senseless, man. After a situation goes sour, just let it go sour. Just let it simmer down. Let it go sour. Because sometimes you'll go left. You'll put a whole bunch of shit out there in the airwaves that you don't mean. And then the situation will never be able to become good again. It's like you just destroyed everything about the possibility of even just being cool with this person. Stop being a victim, man. Stop being a victim. If you that hurt the type of a status, go tell that person how they hurt you, man. Stop being a victim. Stop being a victim. Victims call 911. And what we don't do on this show, call 911, sir. Not at all. Moving on to number 7. Make a decision. Many times we forget that we got a choice in life. A few days ago, I was asked to do something, and I wasn't quite comfortable with it. Initially, I agreed and realized I had no choice. I can choose to let go of my need to please everyone, and stay true to my values. But the goal is to have the right decision be the first decision, the only one that comes to mind. Progress is not perfection. I may not be responsible for my first thought, but I'm responsible for my actions. That's true. And that was the words of my man, Jared. I feel him on that. That's real true. Real true. So we're gonna make that decision, man. He gave his opinion on what he thought that making a decision step is, but I'm gonna give my opinion on what that making a decision step is. You allow people sometimes to stick around in your life longer than they should. Their expiration date ran out a while ago, and you still got them sticking around. Nah, we ain't doing that no more. Make that decision. Cut that person off for the betterment of yourself. Like, it might be some time down the road that you could befriend this person again, that you could date this person again. It may be, but the moment isn't right now. So why be bitter about the situation, harp on it, talk about it? Nah, make that decision that today gonna be the last day you talk about that shit. And that's 7. You feel me? Number 8. Stop holding on. Felt that. Number 8. Stop holding on. Let that shit go, man. Let it go. I mean, people got relatives that just hold on to stuff that's just from years ago. Petty little stuff. Oh, so-and-so did this and that, and I ain't do this. This happened and this. Like, let that shit go, man. That shit go. Life too short. Let it go. Handle them situations that mean that much to you that you will talk about for years. Handle those. Handle it, like I said, for the betterment of yourself and for that person, like in that relationship. Like, so that means relationships with like siblings. I consider them core, like that's core values right there. You need your siblings. A lot of people feel like they don't need their siblings, but you need your siblings. Feel me? You want your parents. You need family. Like those things that got to be tight. That unit of family isn't there anymore. So when you find family and when you branch off and start to make your family, just make sure you hold on to that. But we not gonna hold on to bad stuff. So that's the stuff we letting go. Anything that has not led to your progress, we gonna let that go, man. Stop holding on. Okay. Leads me to my 9th and final. Lend a helping hand or a solution. All right, I'm gonna paraphrase what Jared got here. Sometimes we do have solutions. Better yet, sometimes others trust us enough to want our solutions. Providing a solution or suggestion is one thing, but avoiding doing it for them, enabling someone, or robbing them of the opportunity to grow through an action tends to keep us emotionally attached to an outcome. Make it difficult to detach later if we need for ourselves. Whew. It's a lot, Jared. That's a lot, man. Talked about enabling. Talked about robbing people of the opportunity to grow. Oh my God. I love that. I love that. Let it go, man. Jared is saying, man, stop fucking people's lives up. If you know you ain't the right person for that person, just leave them alone. If you know you ain't the right fit, leave that person alone. If you know you can't do right by someone, leave them alone. If you know you a thief, don't come in somebody's fucking house. Like, it's a lot of layers to this shit, man. But lending a helping hand sometimes can mean picking yourself up off the ground. Excuse me. And this solution, the solution is everything. The solution is what you're gonna do. Like, we know what you've been through now. You talked about what you've been through all this time. But now what are you gonna do? Are you going to be a different person? Are you going to talk about it still? What's the solution? Remember in school, on the first day, we wrote those resolutions. A solution is like a resolution. A solution is the opposite of a resolution to me. It's saying, I'm not going to let this go down. I'm not going to let X, Y, Z happen and put me in this predicament. This is going to be my solution to not let that happen. Yeah, man. And those were my 9 ways for letting go. Live and let live, man. Live and let live. And my 10th one is I'm going to smoke this blunt till I get over it. This is your boy Mars Jones, and I'm signing out, baby. Shit.
This is a No Chase the Truth production.